Namaskar. In this video, we would like to interpret the Rath Yatra festival, the holy, auspicious Rath Yatra festival, and the glory of Lord Jagannath in as scientific and as socially as possible. It is a spiritual concept, but as we all know that no spirituality leaves life aside, because spirituality is the investigation and invention of this life and its immense possibilities. I am Shobhik Ghosh from Master Within. I am glad to join all of you in this video and would like to say Happy Rath Yatra to all of you. Now, Rath Yatra is a festival that has been going on for ages in our country, and it is centered around carrying Lord Jagannath in his holy auspicious chariot with his brother Lord Balaram and his sister Ma Subhadra. We all know this, and many other things are available in the internet. So without any script or anything, we would like to look in a more friendly manner in this aspect of Jagannath Puri. If we look into the word Jagannath, what do we understand by that? Jagannath means Jagat and Nath. Jagat means the universe or the world, and Nath means the king of the universe. You know, as in the Bible it says that the Lord, the King of the universe. It's like that. Now, how do we understand, or how do we tend to think when we listen to the word king? The king, in a colloquial sense, seems like a person who can do anything, who can wish everyone around, who can lead, who is rich. But that is not the way we Indians look into the term king, or anyone look into their king who they like to worship. We had Ashoka as a king, we had Chandragupta Maurya as king, we had Mughal kings, Akbar as king. But we don't worship them. But we worship Lord Ram, we worship Lord Krishna. They are the king. Jesus was called the King of the Jews. We call him the King of the Jews, even though he was not that rich in that sense. Then what is the necessary thing that makes someone a king? Let us take a look into the life of the Lord Ram. His life was full of mishappenings, but that did not change who he was. He was highly efficient. He was a lovable person, and above all, fulfilled everyone. He may had worse times in his life. He was king at one time. At the second time, he was rejected from his own kingdom for 14 years in the forest. His wife was stolen, and he had to fight with no army and had to build an army and bring her back. Again, mishaps never stopped. So this was the story of a king, yet he never stopped fulfilling others. This is the nature of a king. You can take a look into Lord Krishna's life. Isn't he wonderful? He was a king, but he never claimed a single piece of land in his life. He always fought for everyone, and he was at the altar of everyone's well-being as a sacrifice, as the lamb. Similarly, it is the way we look into the king, and the king of the universe, or the king of the world, as we say, Lord Jagannath, is like that. Even though he is the all-powerful, or whatever we want to call him, he is the one who bears all the pain that we experience in our life. That's why he's so enthusiastic, so willing to come and rescue us, as if we are his part and parcel. Now, so in a word, king is the person who fulfills. A fulfiller is the king. In another word, the fulfiller we call as Purush, or Purak, or someone who fulfills. And the best fulfiller of all is called Purushottam. So the king of the universe is actually called Purushottam, who can fulfill. We call Lord Ram as Maryada Purushottam. We call Lord Krishna as Leela Purushottam. So Jagannath, as we call him, he's actually our Jivannath, the master of my life. And master of my life is master of my universe, because this is the universe that I see through my eyes, I perceive through my senses, isn't it? So that's how we understand. Our Jagannath is our Jivannath. He is the fulfiller, the best. You know the name of Puri? The name Puri, Jagannath Puri in Odisha. You know what was the original name of that place? It was called Purushottam Kshetra. In the early times, when it was the Neelachal was famous for the Neel Madhav Puja and all that. It has a great story in Skanda Puran. That's in that story that they says that place was known as Purushottam Kshetra. In the Purushottam Kshetra, the Purushottam, or the fulfiller, the best, had come. He fulfilled us. He fulfilled our wishes, and only for our well-being. And so many people had been enlightened by being devoted in his name. This is the beauty of Lord Jagannath. So without Jivannath, Jagannath is just a concept. It is just an idol. But with this sentiment, with this understanding, with this name, Jivannath becomes the Jagannath. In Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that যে নাম সেই কৃষ্ণ ভজ নিষ্ঠা করি নামের সহিত বাধা আছে আপনি শ্রীহরি. Lord Jagannath is tied to his name. That name brings us the sentiment. Without the sentiment, we cannot understand that. As for the Rath Yatra, Yatra means the journey, and Rath is the chariot. We carry Lord Jagannath from one place to another, and it is said in the customs that anyone who carries or touches the rope of that chariot, he becomes pious. He becomes free of all his sins throughout his life. I think this is more in a dialectical term. What I think they mean to say is anyone who carries the mission of the Lord, the mission of the Purushottam, his chariot is the mission. We carry him. That is not in the sense that we are carrying him everywhere, carrying his idol everywhere. It is important because it is important as a symbolic term. We are a dialectical culture. We love symbolism. Without symbolism, we don't understand the meaning of many things. We can't identify. Similarly, that ritual identifies that we have to carry his name, we have to carry his mission, the mission of Lord Purushottam, the fulfiller, the best of that age. We carry him throughout the world, and any person who carries him, who pulls the rope of his divine chariot, the divine chariot of his mission, gets pious. He is the only pious person. And I think this is the meaning of Rath Yatra, at least to me, because as Master says, জীবননাথকে হেলায় ফেলে জগন্নাথকে দেখতে গেলি জীবননাথই যে জগন্নাথ অহংকারে না বুঝতে পেরে. If we are ignorant and if we are egoistic and we claim to think that our perception is the best, we don't need anything more, then we have to look at Lord Jagannath. When we look at Lord Jagannath, we see that his hands are incomplete, but his eyes are open without any eyelid. What does it suggest? He is spreading his arm towards us. He has already his arms towards us, but he has no fingers. But he had given us the fingers because we have to grab hold of him. He's already putting his hand in front of us, but it is up to us to hold him. And he's always watching. His eyes are open. And if we don't hold him, then he cannot help us. It is like the water. It is like the universe. Since he made the universe in his own image, just look at the water. We have to drink it. Water is there to fulfill our thirst, but we have to drink it ourselves. Same for the food. Same for everything. Similarly, Lord is looking toward us, but that doesn't mean that he will do everything for us. He's trying his best. He did his best. This is how the peace is made. And and this is all I understand about Jagannath Puri. There are great history, great stories and facts regarding Lord Jagannath Puri. If you guys are interested and want us to share those stories, and there are many stories that you won't even find in the internet, like the story of Lord Jagannath Puri with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with Lord Ramakrishna. Why Lord Ramakrishna did not go to Puri throughout his life? Why he was so unwilling, and what was the secret? And finally, what happened at the time of Sisi Thakur Anukul Chandra, our master? What happened when he went to Jagannath Puri? Even these things have been mentioned in different way in Skanda Puran, in the Purushottam Kshetra chapter of Skanda Puran, of Vaishnav Khand. You can go and check it out. And they are interesting stories. If you want that as well, please comment below. I don't know, this is a kind of rough sketch of a video. I don't know if you like it or not. I don't even have a mobile stand or anything. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked, please share and subscribe this channel, this video. Thank you so much. Jai Guru. Happy Rath Yatra.